to the live stream. Bear with me here. I'm getting a few things together. Also making sure that we're good on all the platforms that we're live on tonight. Let's see here. Y'all bear with me. Gage Arnold. That would be growing. Gage Arnold. That would be growing Corning Together if you're watching. And I'm going to send him a message. Okay. I'm giving a few seconds here, a few minutes here to make sure everything's good, make sure everything's kosher, and also to make sure everybody can hear me okay, make sure my audio's okay. I feel like I'm a little bit low. Maybe not. I'm going to bump it up. Nobody's told me anything yet, but just from the sound of my headset, I feel like I'm a little bit low. All right, let's see if this thing is live like it says it is. We're live tonight on many pages. Our YouTube channel, for one. On Corning Sports Report for another. Growing Corning Together. I believe we're live on it. Let's see. What is causing me problems here? Oh, that makes sense. No wonder why I couldn't get on there. Okay. Might have just figured one of our troubleshooting problems out of the way here. That would make sense now. Okay, let's try that. Okay. It shows that we're live. Okay. All right, guys, I'll do my best to keep up with all the comments. Like I said, we're live on several pages tonight, so I'll do my darndest to keep up with everybody's comments because that's what I want this to be about. I want this to be an opportunity for everybody to be able to join in on the live stream and ask questions that they may have. And we're going to be live for a good little while here, just going through everything that we've got planned, try to be transparent with everybody. It looks as if so far so good on these pages. Okay. Trying to make sure if we're live on YouTube there. I'm not seeing it, so yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, so we're good on all platforms. We're good. Okay. So I'm going to bounce back and forth between these tonight. Colton, if you can check, I don't know if you're listening or not, make sure our audio sounds good. But then number two, make sure we did that bot chat deal where it's supposed to show like all the different chats into one sector. I don't know if that's on a certain page or if it's not. Glenn Boyd's watching. Jose Alvarado, he says, hey buddy. Janine Sexton's also tuned in with us as well. But Colton, if you can give me some feedback there on where that is. Okay, I found it. Never mind. It is on YouTube. I can get them all on YouTube, it looks like. Or at least I'm hoping. What are you doing, sweetheart? Okay. He says, I think your voice could come up a little bit. Colton, was that before I altered it or after? What does it sound like right now, Colton? Does it need to come up a little bit? If so, I'll mess with that audio mixer over there. Just let me know before I start diving into all this. Okay. No feedback yet, but I'm sure he's coming. No, now it does. Okay. All right. Watch that, kiddo. Look at it. Hey, watch all these cords right here. Okay, sweetheart. All right. Let me see if I can fix that, Colton. We'll see how this does right here. Let me know. All right, sweetie. Hey, Ty's cooking supper. He's almost done. Okay. All right. How's that sound, Colton? How we doing there? Don't touch that, you goofball. All right, making sure that we're good. Make sure we're sounding good before I kind of start off here. Obviously, this will be live, but you can go back and rewatch anytime on demand, any point. That's what we like about this. Having YouTube and Facebook. Facebook's good for, I think, 30 days, and YouTube, they leave it on there as long as they don't take your channel away. We've been down that road, too. Colton says we sound good. Okay. Well, that's good for me. I'm going to go through. I'm going to make sure this chatbot thing's working right. Just to be sure. I feel like it is, but I don't know. We have one of our CSR members check through our Facebook pages that we're live on and make sure that it's catching all the comments as they start to come in. Jimmy Leach says, sounds good. Thank you. Or sounds great, actually. That's what Jimmy said. He didn't say sounds good. He said sounds great. All right, Jimmy, I appreciate that. With that, we'll kind of get started here. So first of all, I'm Andy Earls, one of the many founding members there of Growing Corning Together. We're a nonprofit organization out of Corning, Arkansas. Obviously, most of y'all know that, but a few that maybe go to watch this that don't know. And just doing our best to try to obviously put on as many events as we can, do as many different things as we can, just shed a positive light on our community and help build it, grow it, etc., etc. Live on location tonight at my house here in Keilah, Missouri. Thanks to my son Ty, just turned 14 just a few days ago. He is cooking supper tonight. We're having breakfast for dinner. Some like breakfast burrito type stuff, so appreciate him doing that. He's working on that. The girls, Emma and Smalls, did really great. They helped out with feeding the animals outside, inside. I appreciate them a lot. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Talking about you, kiddo. But anyways, I'm going to start off with, if I can get it on here, with the big flyer here if I can. It's probably going to be hard to read on this live stream if I had to guess. But this will kind of give us an idea of what we're having this year. So this is kind of a rundown right here for you of the entire event here. And, of course, we got some more stuff that we're going to add to this as well. But first of all, we're going to start off with a parade. That's what we'll do. We'll start off with the parade. As you see it on there, 9 a.m. And for those that maybe have never been a part of this, that's the same time that they've started in the past. We felt like we didn't want to change that up any. We felt like the parade has been doing pretty darn good. Obviously, I know it's maybe not quite what it used to be, but it's doing pretty good, we thought. So 9 a.m., so we wanted to keep it the same time. Didn't want to alternate that, or alter that, I should say. Not alternate, alter that. And we did not want to alter the location either. We like the route. We like where it starts. Traffic flow-wise and everything, we feel like it's a really good route, honestly. And everyone's so used to it. Hey, watch those cords, baby. If you're going to come over here, go this way. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate it. If we're going to do that, if we're going to... What, baby?
Did they cancel my game?
Yes, they did. Yep.
Told you.
Oh, okay. Yes, they canceled your game, and yes, you told me. All right. But we do want to alter that route. Great route. Everyone's so used to that, too. Everyone's out there. They know where to go. They know where their spot is. Everyone's kind of got their own little spot. Can definitely respect that, obviously. And we wanted to keep that the same. Also, we haven't really put a title with it, but we wanted to keep the chairman the same of that event. Donald Herzog is really kind of, I won't say ran it necessarily, but pretty much. I mean, he's kind of handled all that for many, many, many years. And we appreciate what he's done in the past, and we appreciate him helping out. When I brought it up to him, he was adamantly on board. We didn't really have to sell him on anything. He wanted to be a part of it. This is an important event for him, obviously, his family. So always has been from my talks with him. So I appreciate him for jumping on board with us there and being the chairman. So he'll be the guy that you're going to get a hold of. We'll have a contact information post coming up soon that'll have every area or segment of this 4th of July and who you contact, who you get a hold of, things of that nature. So he'll be your contact for the parade. And again, I'll put that up here in a little bit, but we appreciate him. we want to open this up to just about anything. Somebody asked the other day, are bikes allowed, or ATVs allowed, or is this allowed, is that allowed? I mean, barring any problems down there with, the width of the road, I don't really care what we have down there, as long as it's not going to cause any problems, height or width, or, if you got something out there that's smoking like crazy, that might be a little different animal. But could help with the mosquitoes, though. So we're okay. We're all for that. We want you to. We want you to bring as much stuff as you can. We want you to be as heavily involved as you can, whatever that is, small or big. We're okay with that. So, come on with it. We're fine with that. All those questions that we've been getting about that, we don't mind at all. We would love to have as many as we can possibly get of every different thing. Speaking of, on that, we're going to have, kind of like they did in the past, we're going to have some categories. We haven't nailed that down yet. We're working on it, but there will be some categories and some winners and some prizes for that as well, for the people who are entering the parade. We're going to try to. We've already got some judges for some things, and then we're thinking about maybe some people's choice type of stuff, like a vote, maybe type of thing. We're working the kinks out on that one, but we'll get back to you guys on that hopefully soon. For that, which is happening again, 9 a.m. is when that starts. That is going to start same place it's always started. As my wife comes in, give me the look and the point. So excited about that as well. Again, that is the parade starts at 9 a.m. There's a little new twist this year to it, and I'm going to bring that up here real quick if I can. Right there. So this is the new twist this year to the parade. It's going to be the first ever interactive parade. So that's never really been done here. And this is going to be our first year doing it, but we're excited about it. I'm trying to find a little bit of information that we had written down on that. Sweetheart, please stop. Talk a little bit about this interactive parade for you, if we can. So essentially what's going to happen is at the very beginning of this parade, we're going to have somebody that's way out in front of this thing that gets you guys an ample opportunity to get ready for this thing, for one. But two, there's going to be a QR code. There's going to be a QR code at the very beginning of this parade. It's going to be on something. We don't know what yet, but it's going to be on something. We'll figure that out. And what you will do is you'll essentially get your phone out. You will scan that QR code. It'll take you to a spot. It'll be, of course, again, start of the parade, but it'll be something where we're going to ask you to send photos of certain things that you can catch in the parade, so it keeps people engaged. And it'll also get you an opportunity, if you get all those right, to win some prizes. And they're family prizes is kind of how we've done that. We've been fortunate to get some things donated, as well as bought a couple things. So there will be some prizes there as well, family prizes for the whole family there, if you're able to win that. Now what happens is when you take these pictures of whatever it is that we're looking for, whatever we have on that QR code, and it'll tell you when you get on there, we're going to have you send those to us and to our Facebook page in the inbox there, and we'll go through them. And then at 2:45 in the afternoon, when we do our grand prizes, our drawings for everything at the end of the event, or it may be 3, it may be 2:30, who knows, but sometime around then, we will then draw the winners for that, for the prizes for the parade. And again, it's going to be kind of neat to be have some crowd participation with the float. Again, I think it would keep more people kind of engaged. We thought about doing some trivia with that, but we started thinking maybe the families, the parents are really, they're kind of worried about their kids getting too far out there, what they're doing. We didn't want them like having to sit there and think too hard about something. So we thought it'd be easiest just to ask for pictures of certain things that they see in the parade. If they catch them all and they get pictures of them all and they get them sent, they'll be entered into a drawing to win. Right now we have two Well, we got 3 items donated, but we hadn't gone and got 2 of those. I hadn't gone and picked those up yet. We got to figure that out. One's in Jonesboro. We need to go pick that up, and the other one is in Fenton, Missouri. We need to go pick that up. So we'll have to figure that out, but we will. We will figure all that out. So at least 2 prizes, maybe 3, maybe 4. We're still trying to figure that out, so working on that as well. So that is kind of parade information there. Again, we're encouraging everything. We want everything in this thing. I don't care what you've got. If it's something really outlandish, you may just reach out to us first and kind of okay it. But for the most part, we want this to be a big parade. Have you guys an opportunity, also the crowd, to participate, and that makes it fun too, obviously. So we're excited about that. Again, that is the parade. So moving on again. So let's bring this back up here. This is the big flyer here. So let's bring it back up on the screen real quick. As my wife winked at me there, I think, or maybe she didn't. I thought she did. Who knows? I must be looking awful good tonight. It's every night. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so back up here again. So we have the parade that we just talked about, and then the opening ceremony will start at 10 a.m. We're trying to get with the local VFW again, like the Chamber's always done, and get them up there to kind of present the flags. I know last year, I think it was the 4th of July. It might have been the Harvest Festival. I can't remember. I emceed both of those, and I can't remember which one we did this at, but we actually asked all the active and veterans of the military to come up, and we made sure we honored them. We may do that again as well. Make sure that they get honored. We'll have a prayer. We'll have a national anthem. I think I've already picked someone for the national anthem. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. I thought I did. I have to go through my notes. I got a bunch of notes here. And hoping that Earl Ladyman will lead us in the prayer. If he don't, I'm going to holler at Mark Hufford. And then if those two can't or won't, I will start reaching out to some other folks out there. So we'll give them an opportunity first. They've been good to me in the past, so I want to kind of be loyal to them if I can. But that's at 10 a.m., okay? And I'll probably ramble off a bunch of other stuff at that time. I can fill those 15 minutes. You see the next thing is 10:15. I'll definitely fill those 15 minutes for sure, and maybe even go over. Who knows? And again, who knows how long the parade's going to be too. So by the time we actually get out there, get settled, get everybody ready, that type of thing, it may be 9:45. It could be 10:15 before we even start the opening ceremony. So these aren't exact times. So please don't hold us to those. But we're going to do our best with that. 10:15, we've got Emma Langley, and for those that don't know her, she's a local Clay County, local Clay Countyan or Clay Countyan maybe. Anyways, we appreciate her for jumping on with this first year, trying to keep this thing going. Emma is really getting her foot in the door, and what I like about Emma, haven't known her very long, but what I do like about her is, first of all, she comes with a ton of good references from people around the area that know her. Everyone speaks so highly of her. 2, I know she's a big Christian based. The family is too as well, and she's had a really close relationship with Chris Brantley, who was really close for me as well, who I adored and thought of as a role model. She did a great job. The first time I heard her sing was the national anthem. It was at Corning Piggott. I don't know if y'all remember the girls' game where they threw the teddy bears out. That was awesome. Actually, for Coach Brantley that night, that was awesome. She did the prayer and then the national anthem, and she knocked it out of the park. I mean, she was phenomenal and really good on the mic. She will be just fine in front of a crowd, so I'm not worried about that at all. Very professional. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but she's just released she's a singer and songwriter. It's one thing to be a singer or a songwriter, but it's a completely other to be a singer-songwriter. That's what she is, and that's phenomenal. And she just released a song that's really, really good. She has a Facebook page. It's Emma Catherine, I believe, is the name for the music. Find that song. Really, really good. Doug Reed said, y'all getting with vendors on Thursday too, if they will come. We've got vendors. I'll get to that here in just a minute, Doug. I promise. I won't leave you hanging on that. We've got some vendors that we've already talked to. We wanted to start out local. I'll deal with that here in a minute, though. Let me get through this lineup first, and then I'll start talking about stuff like that, Doug. Don't let me forget, though, okay? Burnett Lewis says, thanks for bringing this back. Hey, thank you. We appreciate that. And I don't know how we're going to do. You never know. It's like I said on the Region 8 stuff. I said you got to be a little delusional sometimes. You don't have all the answers. You're not sure how you're going to get there, but you know you're going to find a way. You know you're going to will your way to that finish line. That's what we're going to do. And I just told the group, hey, if we fail the first year and it doesn't happen, or maybe it doesn't succeed, maybe we try it for a couple of years and it just doesn't happen. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, at least we can look back and be honest with ourselves and say, hey, we gave it an effort, we tried. But man, I'm one of those. I'm a believer. I think this is going to work. We've had so many people coming out of the woodworks that want to help. Now, come the day of, will they help? I don't know. Who knows? But we're hoping they'll stay true to their word. And a lot of people who's very excited, even though they know it's going to be scaled back a little bit. The support has been phenomenal. So thanks, Bernadette Luter, for that nice comment. Doug, don't let me forget that. Okay, I promise I'll get back to it. So Emma Langley, 10:15 a.m. She's going to fill that about an hour slot. And then we got beauty pageants. So I want to talk about this real quick. Yeah, let's do this. All right. So now that we're on beauty pageants, and I don't know if Erica Nassett is watching, but if she is, let's talk about those beauty pageants. Okay. Here are those beauty pageants that we're talking about. The entry fee is the first thing that's going to jump off to you there. Only $20. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm not familiar with pageants, so I had to go do some research. I had to make some phone calls. I wanted this, me and this group wanted this event to be as inexpensive for folks as it could possibly be. We started with the pageant. What's everybody else charging, you know? Reached out to some people, did some research, made some phone calls, and I seen a ton of $50, $45. There's some local stuff for $30 and $35. $30 was the next cheapest one I found. And I said, I don't just want to be that price. I want to be better than that price. And I said, I want to beat it by a little bit. So how does everyone think about $20? And the whole group was all for it. So $20 is what we're doing for the entry fee. And you can shop that around. That's one of the cheapest ones that I found anywhere around us. So $20 entry fee. We talked about the 11:15 a.m., so I'm going to stay with the schedule here. I'll come back. But Little Miss will be at 11:15. Now, the age group for that is 8 years old to 10 years old. Little Miss pageant, 8 years old to 10 years old. If you have somebody that you want to be, that you want to put in the pageant that's between the years 8 and 10, you will get a hold of at the bottom of that screen there, Erica Nassett at 870-631-2238. I'm going to say it one more time. Erica Nassett, 870-631-2238. Or get a hold of us on our Corning 4th of July Facebook page, or get a hold of us on Growing Corning Together. Get a hold of us wherever you can. Speaking of, Colton, if you're listening, we need to make sure we share this to our Corning 4th. Thank you, baby. Just put it right there. It'll be fine. We need to make sure we share this to our Corning. Oh, he already did. Okay. I should have known that he was going to do that. Good job, guys. Colton, if that was you, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So, again, get a hold of us on there, or get a hold of me, Andy Earls, it doesn't matter. But 8 years old to 10 years old, and the dress occasion for that is Sunday best. It's not a formal wear like you see down there on the other ones. It's Sunday best. You trying to get on camera again? Sunday best for that Little Miss. So that's going to last from 11:15 to 12 o'clock. Now, this is what I'm really, really excited about. Really, really excited about. 12 o'clock, high noon. You want some tea? Is that what you want, baby? I don't like you standing on that. Sit down. There you go. Thank you. High noon. Super excited about this. And I don't have the graphic, and I should have put it on there, and I'm so sorry. High noon, we are having the first in Corning, Arkansas, and the first in the state of Arkansas, the Great American Wheelbarrow Race. Super excited about this. Cannot wait. This is going to be a tandem. That means two people. I guess I could have called it a tag team. A tandem wheelbarrow race. And this isn't like you're thinking, like the human wheelbarrow race where you grab someone from behind. No. This is like in a legit wheelbarrow, like legit wheelbarrow racing, the real deal. And both people have to push at some point. There will be a starting zone where somebody's in the wheelbarrow, the other person's pushing. They'll do half a lap, and it'll pass that zone to where next person gets out. Or maybe instead of letting them out, maybe just dump them out. I don't know. I mean, Ty's going to be my teammate on that. I'm probably just going to dump him out, honestly. And he only weighs like 70 pounds, so I could probably do that. You see him go by there. Hey, don't you trip over those cords, or you will have a broken leg before you even get there. So, and then the second person will get out, start pushing, and the other person will be in, and they'll do another half a lap into the finish line. I'm trying to get like a big inflatable arch that says start finish on it. I'm trying to get that, but I bought one, and then they said it's out of stock or some junk, so I'm trying to work on that. And I'm working on a really big trophy, like a really big trophy that we can keep somewhere and engrave winners on it year after year, and then the current winners can take a picture with it, and then the next year they get their engraving on it. It'd be kind of cool if it was like the Masters golf tournament where if the previous winners don't win the next year, they hand off the trophy to those new winners. I think that'd be kind of cool, honestly. So I would like that. What, baby?
I'm on the pageant.
Huh?
Are you still gonna do the escape room?
Yeah, baby, I'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? So excited about the wheelbarrow race. I want to challenge everybody to come out to that. I don't care. Maybe we can have some coaches, some football, basketball, baseball, softball, tennis, whatever. Coaches come out there and compete. Some high school football, baseball, softball, track, whatever, trap shooting, volleyball players come out and compete. Also, we haven't made it official yet, but we're thinking about dressing up and having a best dressed, or like a best costume, I guess you could say, for the wheelbarrow competitors, the racers, and having a best decorated wheelbarrow. I think that would be pretty cool too, to have that category as well in there. By the way, what are you doing? By the way, we're going to have some crowd participation with this too. In my thinking, I don't know how it's going to work out. Hey, cover your mouth, babe. My thinking when we do this is to have like crowds line both sides of the track and have water balloons in like these baskets or buckets or something, and they can just throw, kind of deter the racers in any way they can. Maybe even some super soaker guns maybe. It's going to be hot, so it makes sense. Trying to theme it around some water, and we want crowd participation. We want it to be fun. I've got a couple of these little rumble bumps that we'll probably put out there at some point too, so when they hit, it's going to jump. We may have some different things with that too to make it fun as well. But yeah, we're very, very excited about that one. That's kind of a niche type of thing, but we're hoping it catches on, and I'm hoping it's something bigger than just Corning. I'm hoping that there'll be people. I looked for something that was unique. I wanted an event for this 4th of July that you couldn't really find anywhere near us. You can't find anything like this near us, or even you start driving 3 hours away, there's nothing like this. So this is really unique, and I'm hoping it becomes a big deal in our area. We'll hope one day, 10 years down the road, everyone is just this wheelbarrow race is just a part of it. Like you don't have the 4th of July without the wheelbarrow race type of thing. So watch that cat. Yeah, we can't have that. 12:15. The fine folks at Contingency. That's how that reads. I know that when you look at the spelling, you're like, I don't think so. No, that's how it sounded, and it works. I promise you. Contingency. They are a rock and roll band, and I love rock and roll. So Colton Lodiman was a big plus in helping us get these folks, not just for their music, and they're not too far down the road. They're from Jonesboro. Not just for their music, but also because of them running sound. We needed someone to run sound. And nothing against JR and those guys that's done it for years. They're phenomenal. I got to meet JR and his group a couple years ago. I've always known them, but I got to really meet them because I did the MCN, and super people. And we were so thankful. Smalls, don't touch that. Super great people, and we certainly appreciate them, but we felt like this was the perfect time to get some new faces, some new voices, some fresh looks out there for that, and that's what we went with. And Contingency, you guys will like them. I love rock and roll, always have. We started local first. We went to a couple of our bands there in Corning, and we couldn't quite make that work. So then we wanted to keep it as close as we could, but get kind of a unique blend there, and we think we got that with Emma Langley and Contingency. And then we go back to the pageants again after Contingency gets off stage. So at 1:15, we're going to bring back the pageants. I'm going to bring this back up again. Get a hold of Erica Nossett. So at 1:15, you're going to have Junior Miss, followed by, I believe it's Junior Miss, followed by Miss Independence. And those are back-to-back. Those are both formal wear. Junior Miss is ages 11 through 14. I'll repeat that one more time. Junior Miss is ages 11 through 14. And Miss Independence is ages 15 through 19. Those are formal wear. Remember, get a hold of Erica Noss at 870-631-2238. She's handling our beauty pageants for us because I don't know a thing about them. And I needed help with that, and she stepped up. So I sincerely appreciate her for doing that, and we couldn't do this without her. So big thank you to her. So tell her thanks if you see her or you do talk to her. Remember, only $20. That's the cheapest. It's the cheapest pageant fee around, guys. So we wanted to get as many of those young kiddos in there as we can, those youngsters, and we're hoping to see a bunch of those. So that'll be back-to-back there at 1:15. And then after that, as you see the schedule come back up, we're thinking we left enough time for those two pageants. We're hoping, but we may not have. So that prizes and drawings, that may not happen at 2:45. It may happen at 3 o'clock. It may happen at 2:30 if they go quick. Who knows? So just a kind of a rough guesstimate, but at 2:45 is when we're going to have our drawing for prizes. Now, speaking of prizes, I think, did it work? It did work. Yes. Thanks to Colton Ladyman, we have a nice graphic right here. There are 5 prizes right there on that one graphic. 5. Count them. 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. 5 prizes, one graphic there. Awesome prizes. We're so thankful for the donors for these. Really, really good stuff. Some of the questions on these have been, do you have to be present? You do not have to be present. But when you fill out that raffle ticket, make sure you put your name, make sure you put your number. If you do it on our QR code thing online or whatever, it's going to be pretty simple as long as you don't fat finger it. But now, in person at the ticket stand, make sure it's legible. When you write these names, when you write these numbers, make sure it's legible so we can get a hold of you. Here, just leave that over there, babe. Leave it over there, okay? Because I don't want you tripping over that cord, then we're all in trouble, okay?
When you're done, can I tell them something?
What do you want to tell them?
Mommy got a broken ankle, so please make her feel better.
Oh, that was sweet. She said, Mama's got a broken ankle, so please make her feel better. We're going to all pray for her is what we're going to do. She's giving me a look right now. Anyways, I can't do anything without the family just hovering me, but that's okay. Got to love it. There's those 5 prizes. So the first prize, it is Creed and Daughtry tickets, and whoever Mammoth is. I honestly don't know who Mammoth is, or Monmouth or Mammoth. I hope I'm not butchering that. Maybe it's Mammoth. I don't know. Monmouth? Either way, I know Creed and I know Daughtry, and I know they're darn good. I've seen both of them. Very good. You'll love them. That's at Memphis in FedEx Forum. That's 2 lower-level tickets. 2 lower-level tickets. We went from either 4 upper level or 2 lower level, and we thought, what would be better? We went back and forth on that. I mean, it was a really close vote, too, but 2 lower level is what we decided on. I know you guys got a lot of comments. I'm about to get to those, I promise. I'm trying to get through this schedule first real quick. And then we've got Arkansas versus Mississippi State at Fayetteville. Razorback football tickets. That's also 2 lower-level tickets. We thought about going 4 up or 2 down. What do we want to do? About the same price. We went 2 lower. I thought it was going to be a better experience. SEC game. Don't have a clue how good Arkansas is going to be this year. Don't have a clue how good Mississippi State is going to be this year. Nobody knows, but it's a home game in the SEC. Big ticket. Branson. We got a weekend getaway at Branson, guys. We got a 3-night hotel stay, okay? Pool, breakfast included, all that stuff, okay? We have got tickets. This is all for 2 people. So we got tickets for 2 people to 2 different shows. Presley's Jubilee show and then a show called Six. That's very popular from my understanding. I haven't seen a whole lot of the shows in Branson myself, but I'm getting word from some people that have called me and reached out to me like, hey, we love these. You're getting a Andy's Frozen Custard gift card. I can't remember how much that was. You're getting a free buffet at one of the pizza joints there, and I can't remember the name of the pizza joint now, but you're getting that. You're getting to do some blacklight mini putt golf, which is really, really neat there. I've actually done that before. You're getting some free stuff there for that. So it's a really good little value, a weekend, or it don't really have to be a weekend, I don't guess. It's just a 3-night deal. So if you want to do it in the middle of the week too, that's fine. And you can schedule that a pretty good ways out, they told me. They promised that, and I got little vouchers here for that we would give the winner. That's really, really neat. And then, big thanks to Kathy Goodman on this next one. We got Cards and Cubs tickets. Now, any year, Cards-Cubs tickets are very expensive. Any year. It doesn't matter if they both are horrible. It's irrelevant. But it just so happens this year, guess who's first and second in the division? Well, I think the Cardinals are still second. Did the Brewers pass them? Or are they still second, Ty? I can't remember. We talked about that the other day. But they're both good. They're both in the playoff hunt. They're both in the division hunt. That's going to be a hot ticket. To donate that ticket, there's no telling what Kathy could have got. Kathy and Blake could have got of that ticket. There's no telling. By the way, that ticket, it's an indoor-outdoor club facility where you have all-inclusive food and you get free parking. You get in the game free. You get all-inclusive food, which is phenomenal. And on top of all that, you get Cards-Cubs. This is at Busch Stadium. Are you kidding me? And actually, I'm going to look at something real quick. Pull up my laptop here for y'all. I'm going to make sure. What was that one? Colton, if you're listening, was that one 2 or 4? Or if Kathy's listening, Kathy, were you giving us 2 or 4? I couldn't remember. Was that 2? No, 4. Man, that's phenomenal. 4 tickets, all inclusive. This is Champions Club level, okay? So if you get a chance to look at it, Champions Club level, that's phenomenal. So for Kathy and Blake to do that, thank you guys so much. 4 tickets there for that phenomenal stuff. And then the final one there is a Carnival cruise. How about that? 5-day Carnival, I think it was 5-day. Or was it 4? Yeah, 5-day. 5-day Carnival cruise. We're excited about that one too. That'll be our final. We'll kind of draw these in order is what we'll do. So Creed will be the first one, Razorbacks, Branson, Cardinals, and then Carnival. That's a tongue twister there for a second. And then we'll also draw a member for the parade. We'll draw for the parade too at that time. And we're thinking about another little kind of unique drawing maybe for volunteers. If they volunteer so many hours in the day. We're thinking about that too. We don't know yet. We're thinking about that. Now on those prizes, and you see a little bit more details actually right there. 5-day Carnival cruise to the Western Caribbean out of New Orleans, Louisiana. You see a little bit more details like the Razorback game Saturday, November 1st. The Cardinals-Cubs is Saturday, August 9th, 6:15 at night. FedEx Forum concert Sunday, July 27th at 7 p.m. So a little bit more details there for you guys as well. Okay, speaking of those prizes that we just talked about, let's bring them back up for just a second. Those prizes right there. Okay. There is a raffle ticket that you can get online, and I'm about to show you how this works. Obviously, we're going to sell them at the event, at the ticket stand, just like we always have. Or just like the Chamber, I apologize, has always done that. How we've always done it there at Corning, okay? But right here, if you'll look, right now, if you're on YouTube and you're watching on your TV, there is a QR code right there that you can scan for those tickets. It is only $2 a ticket. We wanted everything to be inexpensive. We didn't want there to be oh gosh, we're going to this event and it's going to absolutely break our backs, break our wallets, break our bank account. We didn't want that. So we kept it as cheap as we could possibly keep it. $2 a ticket. Right now, if you'll get your phone out, you can scan that. Or if you screenshot it on your phone, I think you can actually hold it down and it takes you to the link as well. Only $2 a ticket, guys. Only $2 a ticket. Buy as many as you want. Obviously, we'd love for you to buy a ton of them because all the money that's coming into this is going to go back to the Fourth next year, back into our city of Corning for events that we put on and different things that we do. So there you go. I'm going to leave that up for a second. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull that up to the side of me there so you can still see me a little bit. So that is a raffle ticket one right there. So we're going to put it up right there, just like that. Okay. That'll give me a second here to talk. I need to do something else too. Okay. So there is another way. No, I don't have it on here. I sure don't. Darn it. That's my bad. Okay, well, never mind. Never mind is anything. Again, raffle tickets right there. Is that right? No, I'm going the wrong way. Right there. Let's try this again. Yeah, right there. See it? Right there. Boom. Scan that. Buy those. Snap a screenshot of it. Hold it down, whatever. Buy those tickets if you can. Again, now you can come out there to the ticket stand the day of and pay for those. I think we're going to keep this QR code out there too. If you want to pay on your phone too. Most people are going to be out there going to pay cash. They're just going to hand it to us, obviously, like most people do. But some people might not have cash on them. A lot of times I don't, believe it or not. So scanning, that's kind of nice. It's good to have that. So that'll be great. Also, if you are a business in town or a family that's kind of donated to Growing Corn Together, or some of our other stuff that I handle and the other folks that Growing Corn Together handle, like CSR, like Hop Alley Rally, like all kinds of other stuff, we're going to come looking, or at least asking for donations. Don't feel obligated, but we're asking for donations to try to offset some of the cost of the entertainment, of the pageants, of the prizes, of some other things that I'm about to get into here in a minute that we're bringing in as well, of all those things. So we're learning that it's not cheap to put these things on. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of moving parts. So you can scan that right there with your phone. If you're watching on YouTube, on a TV, maybe a laptop, maybe a desktop, you can scan that right now. And again, I think it's this way. Did I get it right? I got it right that time. There we go. Or if it's on your phone or something, you can screenshot that, then hold down that code, and you guys can donate. And you don't have to be a business to do that. I mean, if you're a family that wants to donate, that's fine too. We'd greatly appreciate it. Again, it's a nonprofit. I don't know all the tax stuff for that. I'm sure it probably helps a little bit when you're donating to a nonprofit, a true nonprofit, but all the money donated is going into this event to pay for whatever we got to pay for to make this thing good. And again, bear with us this first year. It's going to be scaled back. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to try to slowly build it to where we're hoping and our vision sees one day. So, okay. All right. I'm going to get to some of your comments now. I got more to talk about, but I'm going to get some of your comments because y'all have been very, very patient with me. Doug Reed said, yes, sir. I appreciate that, Doug. I'm going to go back up to your comment. Okay. Y'all getting with vendors on Thursday, too, if they are welcome. No, that's fine. That's fine. So here's what we did, Doug, on the vendors. Let me start off with this. We talked about a lot of options here. We did not want to oversaturate with craft vendors in our community with all the events we have. Okay, let me explain that. So for Growing Corn Together, we have Hop Alley Rally in the spring. It's our spring festival for corn. We get a bunch of craft vendors and arts and craft vendors, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes jewelry, whatever. And we get a bunch of them. I mean, I don't know, 40, 50, I don't know how many we had this year. I think one year we had 60, I don't know. The Harvest Festival kind of does something similar. That's obviously our festival in the fall. And they have a bunch. The Harvest Festival does, you guys that run that, great job. But we didn't want to bring those same people in. Now, we could have brought, because we had several of them that wanted to. We turned down a lot of vendors that wanted to come that had been to both of those. We didn't want to do that because we felt like that would just kind of flood it a little bit with that. And you're seeing the same vendors 3 different times in the same community throughout the year. We didn't want to take away from the Harvest Festival in any way. We don't want to step on people's feet, so we didn't want to take away from the Harvest Festival, and we didn't want to take away from our Hop Alley Rally. So we decided against going after the crafts and art vendors. Now, if there's one in Corning, Arkansas that wants to come, we're probably not going to tell them no, because we're growing Corning together. I don't know if you can see that. We're growing Corning together, and it seems silly for us not to allow a local vendor like that in Corning to come. So if there's one in Corning, I think we'll be okay with that. Just like Jay Malone, I called him to ask him if he'd be a vendor because he's in Corning. So, Doug, the other part of that is we're reaching out to the Corning vendors in general to see if they want to come. On the food vendors, here's who we have. Actually, let me look it up on my laptop. I got a Google document with about 30-something pages here, so let's just, if y'all can be patient with me here just a second, I'll pull it up, and we will go over our vendors that we have. There's volunteers. We've already got a list of volunteers too. Actually, I'm gonna give those names a shout out to the people that have reached out. No, I better not. I didn't talk to any of them to see if that was okay, so I better not do that. The next time we do a live stream, I'll do that. Okay, so Doug, here's our vendors right now. Now this, we could add a few, but right now here's what we got. We wanted something barbecue-wise because everybody raves about barbecue. I'd mentioned to a few people if maybe we can make the old barbecue situation work, but that wasn't something that's going to happen. Who knows, maybe in the future, I don't know, maybe. But this year it's not going to happen, and I totally understand. So we wanted barbecue because everyone talks about barbecue. They love barbecue. So we have a local barbecue restaurant, and that's who we reached out to first because, again, we are growing corn together. We want to make sure we reach out local first. That's Mr. Lyndon Massey, and he said, heck yes. Now, he is doing another event that night, which I'll talk about, and he said, man, what time do you think I'll get out of there? I said, hey, I'll get you out of there at 3 o'clock. He said, perfect. That's going to be tough on him to do 2 in one day in the travel. I know it's not a whole lot of travel, but still, he didn't have to do that, but he chose to do that. So thank you to Harold's Barbecue. So we're going to have Harold's Barbecue as a vendor. So we will have barbecue that day on the 4th because I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can have a Corning 4th of July event without having barbecue. I don't think it's like, I don't know, it just goes together. It goes together. So got to have that. So big thanks to Lyndon and Harold's Barbecue. Also, Triple D's is going to be there. Now, Triple D's has got some really good food, and they've been selling out everywhere they go. For those that don't know, that's a good buddy of mine I graduated with in the class of 06, Chris Denton, Samantha Denton. They do a great job, and they're going to be there. So another local one, Triple D's. We're also going to have another local one, Mr. Taco is going to be there. I had Mr. Taco for the first time. What night was that? Might have been our market nights for Growing Corn Together, maybe at Wynn Park. I don't know. But anyways, phenomenal. Love them. And I didn't have to really sell them either. They're like, yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? Do we want to? Yeah. Heck yeah, we do. So we got them. Now, I tried for a few more local vendors there in Corning, and of course they already had some bookings elsewhere, and that's fine. We totally understand that. We're going to try again for them next year. So I had to go outside a little bit, and I went to the closest one I knew for some shaved ice, for some snow cones, if you will, and that's our good friend Annie Williamson with 870 Snow. She's going to be there. We appreciate her. And then Lemonade House Grill. I've had such a good relationship with Dennis Wickham, personal relationship with him up there at Poplar Bluff selling cars and some of the stuff we've done event-wise. He's been so good to Corning with all the stuff he does for us, coming down for so many different events. I don't think he's ever told us no, honestly. We appreciate him. So Lemonade House Grill will be there as well. We appreciate that. We are working on just a burger-only vendor, and I think we may have one. I'm not going to mention that just yet because I know there are some things there that we're talking about today. And there was one more food vendor that has already jumped on. I can't remember who that was. I don't have it written down because it was today that we talked about it. We're trying to not step on anybody's toes on the vendors, so if there's someone selling barbecue, we're not going to go out to barbecue vendor. If there's someone selling burgers, we're not going to go out to another burger vendor. Tacos, tamales, whatever it is that they're selling, we're not going to go out to another vendor like that. Yes, dear. Can I help you? So we're going to try to get. Nobody's listening to me anymore. So if I can get a vendor for every kind of genre of food, that's what we're trying to do. So without stepping on toes, if we can. Then we had some folks that were that were local that we reached out to. I don't know what that was. That was at Hop Alley Rally. I believe it was Grace Missionary Baptist Church. They did face painting, and they did a phenomenal job, and the kids loved it. They had a couple of kids games too. They're going to be there as well. I talked to Brent Sawyer at G&H Decoys. He's not sure how they're going to be because it's such a quick turnaround. He's not sure how they're going to be involved, but he wants to be there. So I think G&H Decoys is going to be involved in some form or fashion. Not sure. I also reached out to All American Classics Incorporated. I don't know if y'all remember when we put on the dinner banquet at Corning with Clint Sterner. Then we had one with Nolan Richardson, which COVID messed up. And then I think the Pride Booster Club brought back the one with Houston Nutt. I don't know if y'all remember that, all that memorabilia stuff over there, not just sports, but all kinds of movies stuff over there and different things that were signed and autographed. They say they're coming. I hope they're going to be there. That's a really, really neat deal. We're hoping that they do show up, and we're still looking for a few more as well, so working on that too. So Joey Banks says, "Oh, Dad." Joyce Huckabee says, "Not me, but ladies too." Oh, yeah. Now, Joyce, I don't know if you're talking about the wheelbarrow race, but, hey, that's open for anybody. Now, we don't have any, age divisions this year because I don't know how many's going to show up. I mean, we may have 2, we may have 200. I don't know. But next year, if this thing really hits, we'll probably break this up and have winners in, men's, women's, maybe different age groups or whatever. That's the game plan anyways. We'll see how all that goes. Doug says, can y'all do a car show? Doug, we talked about that a little bit. Not this quick of a turnaround, we can't. and there's maybe in the future. Let me just put it that way. My Uncle Charlie is actually one of those that does that. Maybe in the future we can make something like that happen. Of course, that's always tough in the summer. It's tough on those cars. A lot of times you don't even get a lot of the antique cars in the parade either because it's just. I've got one out there in the shop right now. It's tough on them that heat, and they're not getting a whole lot of air there. But I don't know. We'll see, Doug. We've talked about that. My Uncle Charlie helps run that one at the Harvest Festival, and they do a phenomenal job. We have talked about that, but there's some things there. Won't happen this year. I'll just say that. But it's not out of the question for the years. And a good comment there. Carla Brokaw says, Mr. Jack Dunn sings gospel if you're looking for someone like that. He's here in town. Yeah. I think Jack helped us with Growing Corning Together somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it was Hop Alley Rally. I can't remember. He helped us out with that. I think we're good on entertainment right now. But who knows? Maybe we'll reach out to him for something else though. Joy Banks says, mention other pops, Ed, to buy tickets. Other pops? Okay. Oh, no, okay, she fixed it down here. Mention places in person to purchase tickets. Okay, great question there, Joy. So let's bring this back up. Little Q&A here, baby. I'm playing off of you guys. Bring this up here. So these right here. Yes, you can buy this ticket by scanning this right here for some of the newer age folks that know how to do that. And yes, on the day of, you can go old school and come to the ticket stand and buy your tickets. However, we just kind of announced today, well, not really announced, we just kind of worked it out today where you can buy these tickets, these raffle tickets, at Watson Oil Company. Big thanks to all the folks at Watson Oil Company for that. You can buy them there. We're working on other places. I don't have the other places locked down yet, though. We're trying not to get this thing too scattered where different people's got to take care of money, and it could kind of be a mess, honestly. We want the best things for you, obviously. Y'all the ones buying it. But we don't want to get too out there with that. So right now, Watson Oil Company, I know for a fact you can buy them there. And we're working on a few other places. I think we actually got the okay on a few other places, but we haven't actually started selling them. There is a lady at First National Bank. Now, I don't think she's asked the bank yet if she can sell them there, but she had gotten some that she was going to sell herself. So we're working on a few more things there. But for sure, Joyce Huckabee, you can buy those at Watson Oil Company if you want to buy them like the actual raffle ticket now instead of doing this scan right here that you see on the screen. You can do it that way. Okay. Who we got next? Joy Banks says, good idea. Doug Reed was talking about food vendors. There we go. Doug Reed says a cook-off. Hey, Doug, I'm all ears, baby. Seriously, I really. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to put on an event. We've put on a few, obviously, but I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. And even if I did know everything, which I don't, I'm never going to be that naive to think I can't learn something and maybe something else works. I love the idea of a cook-off. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if we can put that together in 3 weeks, but I'm all ears, brother. If you want to send me some details or if anybody else got some ideas on that, hey, I'd love to hear it. Anything we can try there. You talking about like a chili cook-off or something? Is that what you're meaning? I don't know if you want chili in the hot heat of summer, which I eat chili. It doesn't matter when. I drink milk in the middle of the summer. I'll drink it on the 4th of July. But some people may be different there. I don't know. We could figure that out, Doug. Yeah, holler at me. Maybe if you got any other ideas there or anybody else. Alexandria Ladyman says, what's cracking? Pork rinds and bacon bites, plans to come. I love their name. What's cracking? That's so clever. Kudos to you guys. So that's another food vendor. I knew there was another one. I just could not remember it. I have a bad memory. So that's another vendor that's coming. What's cracking? I believe they went to our market nights the other night, and I think they sold out. I think they underestimated Corning, and they're like, oh, no. But they want to come back, and they're going to be at the 4th of July. So pork rinds and bacon bites. Bacon bites sounds really good. Really good. Doug Reed says, yes, sir. J.R. Rourke says, fireworks. I'm glad you brought that up, J.R. Okay, so we didn't want to have fireworks this year, and I'm going to tell you why. A short turnaround, because by the time we got everybody on board to doing this, really short turnaround. But B, I mentioned earlier not stepping on people's toes. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. So Biggers Reno, I think, or maybe Reno's doing them the night before. So it'd be okay maybe there having them back-to-back nights. It kind of feels too close, but that's okay. We're not going to mess with that. And then the 4th of July, my understanding is Dado is having theirs at night too. We did not want to step on anybody's toes. Dado is 6 miles, 8 miles. I don't know. It's right outside of town. So we didn't want to step on anybody's toes there. Yeah, we are growing Corning together, but Dado, Reno, Bigger, Success, Noble, they're like surrounding communities of Corning. I mean, they're in our school district, for crying out loud, so we don't want to cause any problems there. So that's the biggest reason we didn't do it. But like I said, a short turnaround. Obviously, you got to raise funds. Although I had 2 different people offering to donate some pretty good money for fireworks, by the way, and I had to turn that down. But next year or the year after or whenever, if we can work something out to where we're not stepping on toes, yes, JR, yes, we will relook at that, because like I said, I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I've had 2 people that have put the money where their mouth is, said, hey, I'll donate X amount of money. I ain't going to tell you who or how much, but X amount of money for fireworks. People love fireworks in Corning, so we're definitely looking into that for the future. Everything's on the table, honestly, down the road. But again, right now, want to respect them. They're doing a great job. As a matter of fact, we encourage you guys. We encourage y'all to go to the Reno fireworks show, I think on the 3rd, and the Dado fireworks show on the 4th. We encourage you guys. It's one of the reasons that we're finishing our event at 3. We didn't want to stay there all night, all day and night for A, it's hard to get volunteers for that long. B, you start battling mosquitoes. C, again, you got other places that are doing stuff that are really close to you, and if people want to go to that, we don't want them to feel bad or feel obligated to be staying there all day and supporting this when they want to go out and do other things. So we're hoping by getting done at 3 that people can go see fireworks somewhere else, that people can go visit their family or loved ones that on their one day off, maybe that week at work because the 4th of July is a holiday, or maybe they want to go to their cabin in Mountain Home or their cabin on the river in Doniphan or just wherever. We wanted them the opportunity to do that, and we feel like ending at 3 really does that. And I think ending at 3 is going to really help us with volunteers. I could be wrong, but I think that. Joy Banks says also tickets available Thursday night at the Farmers Market. Thank you. Joy's on top of this tonight. Thank you, Joy Banks. You're right. Raffle tickets that you see right here. No, dadgummit, I did it again. Right there. Those raffle tickets right there that you can scan right now with your phone on YouTube, on TV, or your laptop, your computer, or you can, if you're on your phone, screenshot and hold it down. Those tickets you can buy every Thursday night. Our market nights for Growing Corn Together, 5 to 8, Wynn Park. They'll have them out there. That's another place you can get them. Thank you, Joy. You got my back, and I appreciate that. Doug Reed says barbecue cook-off. Okay. Yeah, no, dude, I'm all for it. I'm all ears. That's something we can look at for sure. Yeah. Let's get through this. Let's get through this one first, and let's put that down. We'll even write. I got a Google document here with a ton of pages of information and ideas, and I'm not going to bore y'all tonight with all those ideas for the future, but. Man, we got a lot of, and I think they're unique ideas. I really do. I think it's stuff that may stick, and I could be wrong. We may embarrass ourselves and nobody show up because of it. I don't know, but we'll see. So we'll write that down, Doug. I like that. Teresa Huckabee McKay is the only way to purchase tickets for the raffle is to scan the QR code. No, Teresa, if you've been listening, you probably have been listening, and you may have just tuned in. The day of, at the ticket stand, we will have, just like old school, you could come in there, the ticket stand, fill out as many tickets as you want for $2 a ticket, and you can pay us cash, and we'll take care of it that way. Or you can go to Watson Oil Company right now during the week and get those. Or you can go to the market nights, the farmers market for Growing Corn Together at Wynn Park, Thursday nights 5 to 8 to buy those. And we're working on other locations. We're trying to tie those down, make sure it's okay that we do that to purchase tickets too. J.R. Rourke says, replying to J.R., future years. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Joy Banks says baby steps. I agree. Yeah, baby steps. That's what it's, that's what it's all about. You got to start somewhere, and this is where we're starting. So, also we're selling T-shirts. We've ordered them. We haven't got those in yet, but we are selling T-shirts, and we debated really hard on putting the year on the logo. For the first year. And we thought, man, if these T-shirts don't sell very good and we spend all this money on buying these T-shirts, maybe if we don't put the date on them, maybe next year we can sell them again until we get rid of those shirts and kind of make our money up. So we decided the first year, the inaugural year, to not have the date on there. We will look into that next year as well. We've thought about doing different logos for that. We thought about having folks in the community have a contest for that. A lot of ideas on the table there. We'll see, but T-shirts are for sale. I can't remember. Alex, what were we? Is it 15 for adults and 12 for youth? We're trying to keep that cheap too. I know a lot of places are selling shirts for $25, and I even seen one today in West Arkansas. They were selling shirts for $35, which again, fundraisers, we get it, but we wanted to be cheaper than that. So we're selling adult T-shirts for $15 and youth for $12. The person that's kind of taking care of that for us is Alexandria Ladyman, and I'll get information up here in a minute for all the people that you need to get a hold of. And it's kind of Alex Ladyman through Lynn Masterson at 3rd Street Boutique, one of our local vendors here, or local businesses here, that's going to help us out. Joy Banks says, good idea. Okay, there you go. Alexandria Ladyman replied, Teresa Huckabee, I have them. There you go. She has them. Okay, so T-shirts. I don't know how many we ordered, so you need to get you one quick because I think we went low on a number just to be safe, and y'all need to jump on that really, really quick. Speaking of T-shirts and things of that nature and contact information, let's bring this up real quick. All right. I haven't posted this graphic yet because I'm trying to let these other posts on our page kind of get enough time to shine, but I'm going to post this here in a few days. This is contact information. So general question, just holler at me. Andy Earls, 501-413-9715. For those T-shirts that we just talked about. For raffle tickets that we've mentioned tonight. Get a hold of Alexandria Ladyman, 870-323-1303. That's a 0. I know that font's kind of weird. 870-323-1303. That is T-shirts. Again, you get a hold of her. They're not in yet. I don't know what we're going to do once they get in, if we're going to keep them at a certain spot and allow you to buy them there, or if you just, I don't know. We're trying to figure that out. And Alex may be able to, I think she's still watching. She might be able to allude to that a little better. Alex, in the comments, if you don't mind, if you have an idea on that. But again, Alexandria Ladyman is who you get a hold of for T-shirt sales or raffle tickets right now. And again, you can get a hold of any of us, me, Andy Earls, or whatever over anything. I'm the general one there. But specifically, we've kind of delegated, or I say I've delegated. She actually volunteered for that, and I really appreciate her doing that. It took a load off my back. Now, parade questions. We mentioned the parade earlier. If you have questions about the parade, Donald Herzog is going to help us out, and he has okayed me throwing his number up there, 870-974-1464. That's 870-974-1464. Get a hold of him. Now, the pageants. Erica Nossett has jumped in and really helped us out with this. She has taken over, and I cannot say thank you enough, Erica, for doing that. 870-631-2238 if you have any questions. I know she's planning a practice at some point, but get with her. She's got forms to fill out, only $20 for that. But again, Erica Nossett, 870-631-2238. So let's take that off for a second. We'll bring this one back up. Okay. All right, so just today, we finalized something. Well, let me back up. Okay, we tried for carnival rides. I mean, we really did. And when I say we tried, I've got a Google document on this laptop right here, and I bet I called low 20s, mid 20s, 20, maybe 23, 24 different companies. I called as far north as Des Moines, Iowa, as far south as Shreveport, Louisiana, as far east as Spartanburg, South Carolina, and as far west as right outside of Phoenix, I think it was Scottsdale, Arizona. I called a bunch. Called a lot of the local places first and spread out. Everybody's booked. It is insane how far out these people book, which is good for them. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they gotta know if they're on the road and they're trying to trail back home or whatever. It makes sense. But they were all booked, and we ended up stumbling upon one that finally called me back after about a week, and they said, "Hey, we've got some stuff available. Not a lot of stuff, but we got some stuff." So I looked into it. It was about 3 or 4 kiddie rides, like small mechanical kiddie rides, for the little ones, which we wanted. We wanted something for the little ones to do. And then a zip line ordeal, this big old zip line thing where you go up, I don't know how many stories, and they, of course, they tie you in, buckle you in, whatever, and then you zip line down like 200 feet. And then they had a thing called like Fear Factor or something. It was also 3 stories high, and they buckle you in, and you like kind of tightrope, and there's this little thing that you kind of hop on, and you could have like 9 people up there at once. It seemed kind of cool. All of that was going to be about $16,000. I say all of that. They were going to have a dunking booth and a trackless train. If y'all remember the train at the 4th of July back in the day, but it was on a track. This was a trackless one with 3 carts. I think they held like 500 pounds on each cart. Like, it was a pretty good deal. But all of that was going to total about $16,000, and not sure how I was going to raise it, but I was going to try. And then I get a call about 2 days into that, that a couple of those, the zip line and another ride, was not going to be available. Something about Kansas City. Don't know what happened there, but want to be fully transparent with you. So we finally said, it kind of took the wind out of ourselves with this carnival stuff, and we said, you know what, first year, let's just pump brakes on carnival rides. Let's just don't do it the first year, and we'll see if we can do something next year, the year after, kind of build to it. We didn't find that out till like the day of the interview with Region 8. That's when I found that out. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's why when I did the interview, I kind of spilled the beans there that we're not going to have any carnival rides this year. That's the reason why, because I'd gotten that phone call that morning. So we have talked about carnival rides for the future. We'll see how that goes, see where that goes. I know another one that's in Illinois that wasn't bad. Had a little bit more younger kid stuff than older kid stuff, but they had a couple older kid stuff, and they seem really interested. So we'll see about that down the road. That's something down the road. What we did today was something to kind of substitute is we went, first of all, it's summer. It's hot out there, right? So we wanted something for the kiddos to do, but something that maybe a little bit of splash type of stuff. We've got 2 water slides coming, 2 inflatable water slides coming. One is an 18-footer for teenagers and the bigger kids. It's a water slide, and then we got a 12-footer for the little ones. That's a water slide. We think they're going to love that. And then we've got 2 obstacle courses. One's a 30-footer and one's I can't remember what they told us. And they got like 7 different obstacles here. This one's got 4 or 5, and it's got a slide. They're going to put those together and to make one huge obstacle course for the kiddos. And then we got a foam party with that. They'll have 2 cannons. We'll have 2 hours of that foam party. They'll bring beach balls and music and stuff like that for that as well. So that'll be fun. Something to cool off, have a good time with at foam. I know the kiddos love that. They'll have a few inflatable games like an axe throwing deal, a ring toss, a basketball thing too as well that are pretty tall. I think the kiddos will like that as well. So got a couple things there. We also have it's an escape room. It's 2 mobile escape rooms. They're completely different of each other that are going to be coming as well. I think we booked them, or at least I don't know that we paid today, but I think we agreed today, verbally agreed with them to be there. So 2 escape rooms, and this is kind of for all ages, and I think it's like a 15-minute session in each. So your group, whoever you go with, if you go with your buddies or your parents or your family or whatever, or maybe you're just in line and some strangers want to go in there with you, that's fine too. But it's about a 15-minute ordeal, and you get that much time to try to figure out the clues and get out of there. So it's kind of a neat thing, something a little bit different too. And, of course, we've got the wheelbarrow race. We're talking about throwing out some different stuff out there just for kiddos to play with, like cornhole boards, like maybe frisbee golf, maybe some wiffle ball stuff. I want to bring a big wiffle ball tournament or a big wiffle ball event to Corning on the 4th of July. I think that'd be so cool. They used to play baseball there. I've been talking to a guy in Farmington, Missouri that builds wiffle ball replica stadiums of like Fenway Park and Wrigley Field and Busch Stadium, and I don't know where we'd do that, but it'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. That's something all ages can do, but that's something we're working on for down the road. So, and we still got our eyes peeled out for a few other unique things that we're trying to get there as well. But we're really excited about at least having something for the kiddos to do there to keep them occupied. We're also, as of today, we are keeping the knife toss. Talked to Sheila Balschlicker at Riceland. They are on board. Don't know how many knives we're going to have this first year, so you better get out there early for the knife toss. Okay, get out there early for the knife toss if you want to be a part of that. Because I do not know how many we're going to have. I don't know how many will be available, but we're going to find a way to make it happen. So the knife toss is coming back. Sheila Ingram and Sarah Calhoun may be doing a couple of games as well too that we've seen in the past. We don't know. I don't want to put them on the spot just yet because we don't know for sure on that. I just talked to them today about that, so we will find out for sure on that as well. Let's get to a few more comments here if we can. Okay. $15, yes. Yes, that's right. Yep. That is correct, Joy. Alexandria and Joy is just having a conversation here. I like it. T-shirts I will meet in town and bring to market nights. We will find a way to get you your T-shirts. Could you get a flyer worked up for the parade entrance? We maybe. I don't know that that's how they've done it in the past. I'll ask Donald. I don't know if that's how they've done that in the past, honestly, but I think they just said, hey, call Donald, say, hey, we're coming out there, and just came out there. Now, we do have some different genres of prizes and different classes for the parades, and we're still kind of working those out. But I think they just went out there. At least I have in the past when we've been in the parade, like Growing Corn Together with our floats and stuff. We just walked, called Donald ahead of time and went out there and met up. He told us where to go, and that's what we did. But if we need to get an entry form or a flyer for the entrance, we'll do that. We even thought about maybe posting some of the people that are telling us that they're going to come out there and maybe kind of hype that up a little bit so people kind of know what to expect too. I know the Elements Prize is kind of fun too, but yeah, we may do that. Yeah, that's something we can write down. I don't know if Alex and Colton are watching, but or Drew or Ryan or Gayla or Paige or Opal or anybody that's on our group are watching. We may write that one down. I'll talk to Donald is what I'll do, Joy. I'll see what he thinks on that, and since he's kind of in charge of that, I'll touch base with him and see. Escape rooms are a great addition. Yeah, I think so. I think it's something different. It's something unique, something different. And again, this is going to be something we're just going to build on every year and see what works and what doesn't work. And you guys be honest with us, be brutally honest with us, and let us know. And sometimes what you tell us is going to make a difference, and sometimes we'll hear it and we'll talk about it. We're like, that was the only person that was upset with it, and we may keep it. But we do want to hear from you guys. We appreciate that. So Mark Wood says, what about bingo? Yeah. Hey, so Mark, we looked into that. This year we're not having it. Not this year. It's possible in the future. I won't go into all the details there. There's a little bit more to it when you're doing bingo, from a legality standpoint and from a certificate standpoint and from an hour. Just a lot of stuff. The chamber knows all about that. They've been through that. And speaking of the chamber, we encourage you guys once a month on a Saturday night at the community center to attend the chamber's bingo events. They put on great events there, and I think the next one is I think it's the Saturday after the 4th, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. But this year, no bingo. Next year, we're going to look at it. We've had a few people reach out on that. We have. I didn't know how popular bingo was. I'm just going to be honest with you. I didn't. I was talking to the chamber and realized how well it was going over there with their bingo nights. They've done a great job with that. That was very clever of them, honestly, coming up with that. That's a really good little fundraiser, and people enjoy it, and people are showing up. And they're doing it once a month. It ain't like they're doing it once a year. They're making it work once a month, so people obviously like bingo in Corning. I never knew that. I never realized that. So that is something that we do want to look at for the future for sure, Mark. So hang with us this first year, brother, and we'll try to see what we can do next year with that. By the way, the folks that have reached out to me to volunteer, thank you. I'm not going to mention names tonight because I didn't tell them I was doing that, so I don't want to do that. But I've got your names here, and I will get a hold of you. I promise you I'll get a hold of a few of y'all. Well, I finally kind of have a direction of what I want to do now, so I will be getting a hold of y'all soon. But thank y'all for reaching out and wanting to donate or wanting to help. And what I love is this year you don't have to be out there all day. It's just a half a day deal. Maybe you work an hour in this place, an hour in that place, or maybe you just work 2 hours here and have a different thing that rotates. So we're hoping that's going to help us and aid us with everything that's going on. Don't forget to get those kiddos in the beauty pageants, guys. Get the kiddos signed up for those beauty pageants. I know that Erica's handling that. I have not touched base with her in the last couple of days on that to see how we're coming along with that. But get a hold of her. Remember, only $20 entry fee there. We want to keep everything as cheap as we possibly could. Let's see. Maybe post on Facebook, says Joy. Yeah, I'm not sure specifically what she's meaning there, but yeah. We have had really good luck so far. We created that page. I made a video, kind of edited a video together, and it kind of tugged at the hearts of a lot of people, including myself. I mean, honestly, I go back and watch it every now and then. I think that was huge, but our Facebook page is really blown up, and thank you guys for helping share all that information. You guys do that. That's y'all that's keeping that going and making it such a big deal already, and that's something we wanted to do right off the bat. Is have a dedicated social media page where people could go and have the inbox open where people can ask questions anytime they want to. We want as many avenues as you can to reach us. We want that. That's how it should be, and that's how we want it to be. So Facebook posting's been great for us. Okay, Joy means the entrance for the parade. Yeah, no. I'll get with Donald. I'm all for something like that if that's how he wants to do it. That's kind of his baby, his show. I'll definitely bring it up to him though. Definitely will bring it up to him. Excited about the prizes. By the way, if you're a business in town or a family that's kind of helped us in the past, or individual that's helped us in the past with some donation stuff, I don't have enough time with my schedule to come to you. I'm old school. I love to get in front of people and talk. I love to, and I don't have time to do it like I want to, so I'm going to be calling y'all. I actually messaged one today, which I hate doing, but I called to get some donations there, and you see the QR code there for that if y'all want to do that. Any individual deal, we'll take anything, but just full transparency, we've been asking businesses anywhere from 200 to 300, and we came up with that number because a few businesses early on reached out to us, and one donated 200, one donated 300, and we thought anywhere from there would be great. And then one donated 250, so we thought that was a good point, I guess, to ask money for. And if they don't have 200, that's fine. If they have 100, that's fine. If they have 50, that's fine. We don't care. We just appreciate the support for that. I will be getting with you guys. I will. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So I have reached out to a couple of really big donors. I mean, like big-time donors. Through a few connections that I've had that I've been fortunate enough to get over the years. No guarantees, no promises, but I was asking for some pretty big money, and I was tying this with some of my CSR stuff that I do, telling them about how many views we get, how many streams we do, and making them a corporate sponsor for that. So you may see, we're hoping, crossing fingers, this works with one of these. But next year, if you start seeing like Bass Pro Shops or Coca-Cola or Stevens Incorporated or whoever logos on everything we do at CSR or Corning Sports Report, you're going to know, wonder why they're doing that. That's interesting. Well, it's because we got that done. We got a donation from them, and we're asking some pretty good money there to try to get this thing going the way we want it to go. When it comes to the big donations, we don't want to go through Corning for that because we feel like our town gets kind of asked a lot. I'm one of the people that do it with CSR. I ask them for $700 or $500 or $400 or $300 every year. I've been blessed. Very few times will we ever get turned down, but and then with our Growing Corn Together stuff, we're always asking. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on. People raising money throughout the year of the school. We just didn't want to bug anybody locally for really big donors. So we're hitting outside of there and kind of using our platform with CSR and the great job it's doing to maybe intertwine that and make it work. So who knows? And if we can get something like that, We will be fully transparent. We'll tell you exactly how much we got and what we're going to use it for, or at least our ideas, and we'll even listen to some of your ideas. But I'm trying. I promise I'm trying. There's another. Well, I ain't gonna mention that. There's another. I ain't gonna mention that individual donor, but working on a lot of things. I promise. I've even reached out to some really big names, big time names, as far as concert wise for next year. And one of them I've got kind of a connection with, thanks to selling cars at Landers in Little Rock or outside of Little Rock and Benton. And who knows? You never know. I mean, everything is on the table for the future, and we're excited. We're really, really excited. So I am hoping that this thing survives this year. I'm hoping that a lot of people enjoy it. I'm hoping that we continue to go forward with this thing and we keep it alive. And one day down the road, we look back and we're all extremely proud that we were a small part, big part, whatever, of keeping this cherished tradition going. We've traced this back to 1879, and it's probably even further back than that. That's a long time celebrating our country's independence in Corning, and we don't want that to stop. So Myrna Denson says, I bet a dunking booth would be popular. Yeah, I think so too. I think Bart White would be a perfect candidate for that. Bart may not agree with that, but we're looking at a dunking booth. Yeah, we are. We're looking at a dunking booth. I found a place for that. They're a little expensive, but they're going to try to couple it with something, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Looking at that, and I'll even volunteer a little bit of time in there. I'm going to be busy that day trying to be everywhere and also MC the event. And we're going to try to stream it, too. We're going to try to stream it as well. So, but if we do get a dunking booth, I'll jump in there for a little bit, too. So I know there's a lot of people that love to dunk me and shut me up for a little bit. So Joey says, great. Yeah. So anyway, everything's on the table for next year. We will have another one of these live streams at some point as we get a little closer. Don't know when that'll be, but as we get a little bit closer, we'll have another live stream. Try not to do it on a Friday or Saturday night. Those are usually tough nights, unless you got a big football game going on or a big basketball game going on or something. Those are tough nights to get good viewership. But we felt like this was our best. It was either tonight or tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, the Razorbacks play in the College World Series against LSU. Huge game. We didn't think we'd get any viewers there, so. And it's all kind of last minute too. So, but we appreciate you guys jumping on board with us and also giving us some of your ideas, giving us some of your feedback. Got to thank Growing Corn Together, all the fine folks there that are helping. When I first started this, I didn't want to drag everybody into this where they felt obligated that they had to put a bunch of time into it and be out there all day and like, oh God, what has he gotten us into? So I'm trying not to have them out there and volunteering too much, but our group is so resilient and they love this community, and we're so fortunate. When I was talking to the gentleman Bryant from Region 8, we talked about how we gauge a community success, a town success. Do you gauge it off their population or their population growth? Do you gauge it off the amount of business or industry they have? I don't gauge it off any of that, or the amount of money that the city's got in their bank account. What matters to me, what tells me what a good town is, a good community, is the people. And you will not find, I told Bryant this, you're not going to find a better community than Corning. You're not. You may find some that are close or equal, but man, you won't find a community better as far as the people in it. Because when there's something that's worthwhile, a worthy cause, or someone's in need, dude, Corning is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm so proud that it's my hometown because we don't have a village. We have an army. We have a Corning mafia of people that'll do whatever it takes to help out. And it's just like this event right here. Everyone, even the Chamber of Commerce, it would be so easy for them to have weird feelings about this, like us taking this over, but they don't. They've been so supportive. I haven't talked to every single one of them, but I've talked to the majority of them. Some of them face-to-face, some over the phone, and every single one of them are so supportive. They're giving us ideas. They're trying to help out. They're like, hey, have you thought of this? I mean, that's awesome, man. They're putting the town first. They care. They want to see this do good. But it would be easy in their situation to not want that. But but they don't. That's not the people they are. They're just good people, and we're so fortunate with that. Sorry, guys, I got to rambling there. Joy says, "It's getting exciting." Yes, it is, and it's getting close. We're only like 3 weeks away, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to really get ready for this thing. So it is coming up soon. I want to mention one more time about the interactive parade. Don't forget about that, guys. Interactive parade. At the very beginning of that parade, you'll have an opportunity to scan a QR code, take pictures of different things that we ask, and be able to enter in a drawing at the end of the day there at Wynn Park for some prizes. Very, very excited about that. Also wanted to mention the contact information one more time if we can. Just get that up there. And while it's up there, Alexander Williams, I'll start saving my money for your turn in the Duncan booth. Oh, good Lord. Well, I'm going to regret this. I know I am. I'm going to 100% regret this Duncan booth thing. I don't have that for sure lined out yet, but I'm trying. I'm trying on the Duncan booth. Can't make promises, but I am. And if I do get the Duncan booth, I promise I will make an appearance. And I don't know how long, because I have so many other things going on, but I will make an appearance. Thank you and all who helped, says Joy. Hey, thank you, absolutely, and I agree with that. Yep, gauge it off heart. Well, we got heart for sure. Doug said you do a good job, sir. Keep it up. No, thank you, Doug. I appreciate that, man. Really, really do. Man, our community is phenomenal, and we've got people like that, and we don't want to let you guys down. So we're going to work really, really hard to make this thing work, and it may be a work in progress, and that's okay too. But we will eventually get there. So. All right, guys, do we have any more questions while I'm on here? I know most people probably watch this back since it's a Friday night, so there'll probably be a lot of views come up on Saturday and Sunday, so there may be questions. If there are questions, reach out to us. Don't be afraid. Reach out to us. I'm Andy Earls. My phone number's plastered everywhere. It's 501-413-9715. You can find me on Facebook. You can go to the Baldwin Chevrolet dealership in Pop Bluff and find me just about 6 days a week. Wherever you need me. You see the prizes there on the right-hand corner of your screen. Those are the grand prizes. You'll get a chance to win one of those. We wanted to have multiple winners this year, not just one. So 5 prizes, 5 winners there is our game plan. Let's bring this back up one more time, the contact information. Again, you see my name up here. If you got any questions at all, please reach out to me. If you are interested in T-shirts or raffle tickets, reach out to Alexandria Ladyman at 870-323-1303. If you're curious about the parade, maybe got some questions or ideas, concerns, comments, whatever, reach out to Donald Herzog, 870-974-1464. And then last but not least, the beauty pageants. Those always get a big crowd, always. Every year, huge crowd out there for those. Excited about that. Get a hold of her, 870-631-2238. Matter of fact, the pageants were the glue. We thought we definitely had to have the pageants or we can't do this, so that was one of the glue things. That's what the T-shirt's going to look like for the T-shirt sales. Again, get a hold of Alexandria Ladyman for that. And Independence Day pageants, there's the entry fee, only $20. Again, get a hold of Erica for that. We would appreciate that if you did. And again, guys, you this year kind of new. You can actually buy tickets and donate money online off your phone, off your mobile device with these QR codes. So, guys, I'm Andy Earls, and for everybody at Growing Corn Together, I think it's about time for me to say good night. I got to get my kiddos, which it is Friday night, so I'm going to stay up a little bit longer, I guess, but get my kiddos rounded up, get them in bed here soon, get the cooking all cleaned up and all that good stuff. Check on the wife. Bless her heart, she's hobbling around on a scooter, still got that broken ankle, so a lot going on here in this household. I know Ty's got some ball tournaments tomorrow there in Sykeston. We hope we get to play those anyways with the weather. So a lot going on, but keeping my eye on this thing here, keeping my my mind on it, trying to get ideas, different things that may work on that day for this year and for years to come. So, guys, for Andy Earls, for everybody at Growing Corn Together, we want to say good night.